TV. If you have not hit that like and subscribe button right now, go ahead and do that for me. You understand? Listen, we back with another video from Jubilee. You already know how we doing it. It's a partial thing, so you can go watch the full thing on your own. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to my channel first. Tired of y'all doing this crap now. And then you can go over to Jubilee and watch their channel. Hit a like and subscribe over there. Basically, the name of the video, you see the name and the title, but I'm going to read it for y'all anyways. Do all feminists think the same? No. And let's watch it.
Men can be feminists. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie that says men can be feminists too. I feel like I have to be over here.
I think most men that are feminists are like usually either lazy, virtue signaling, just want to see tits, or access to easy sex.
I think it depends on your definition of feminism. Like modern day feminism, I would say yes. Like traditional feminism, like advocating for, traditional femininity and non-discrimination in the workplace. Like, I think those things men can agree with.
I see what you're saying when you're like, there's this performative feminism that a lot of guys do. So if a male feminist is like, oh, I only support, like, women, and it's just only about that, but he's not even talking about how, like, feminism needs to support men, or, like, trans people, or whatever, then there is a performativeness to it.
White feminist voices are too loud. 3, 2, 1, go.
My man's right here in the middle with the Men Can Be Feminist jacket looked under pressure. And to go back to the first question, can men be feminists too? Of course men can be feminists. If you actually know what feminism is and why the movement was started, and kind of going off and derailing into trans and all the other stuff does not really tie into femininity. And we can get into that on a later date. And y'all couldn't tell me my chain was all the way over yonder. Y'all suck.
I somewhat agree, like, that white feminist voices are too loud, but then I think that they become really good at using black women or black faces when they want to, push their movement further.
I agree that it's probably not balanced, and I think it probably needs to be more equal. I guess the reason why I'm at somewhat disagree is just because I'm hesitant to say that anyone speaking up for their views is too loud.
I think that's fine, and I can definitely see what you're saying. I just hate, like, when some of these movements use black women when it's convenient for them.
There's not discussion about the Latinas immigrant, how they're get treated on the feminist movement. It's always about either the pro-choice side or something else that it's more interesting to white.
When you think of feminism, you usually think of a white lady. And I think that's still perpetuated, even though there'd be like a lot of black women behind the scene.
I don't know what these people talking about. Black women are the modern day feminist faces, voice, and everything. Hence to why so much black women are single mothers and they cannot stay in a stable relationship. Neither here or there, but Oh, continue.
It's doing a lot of the heavy lifting and often are in a lot of civil rights movements. White women have certain rights they need through feminism as other people, but they're just always taken more seriously by everyone.
I'll read off a list of public figures, and you'll go to your left if you believe the person to be a feminist, or the right if you don't think they're a feminist. Kim Kardashian.
I wouldn't say that she isn't a feminist. I don't think that's her number one thing.
She went from doing her show and the whole, like, sex scandal thing to, like, now she's working in law and civil rights, and she's done the whole family thing. Ultimately, I think that Kim Kardashian is a woman that has, like, done what she's wanted to do.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney Barrett, in my opinion, is like the epitome of a feminist. She's literally like a Supreme Court justice in like the highest court of the land, and she totally disproves the narrative that women have to choose between having a career and a family.
I don't really agree with her a lot on her political stances, but I think more so as just being a role model for women to be on a level of the Supreme Court where it's primarily dominated by men.
J.K. Rowling.
3 years ago, I would have said yes, and there's still a lot of reasons I would. She was a single mom, she wrote all the books, she became a billionaire. The reason I would say kind of no now is her just kind of weird.
Now, my problem is they got one of us on here, and he has been quiet. So we're going to fast forward to where he speaks and then listen to the shit he says.
Talking about stuff that's incorrect, and her ideas about trans men have affected legislation that harms trans men getting the resources they need.
Trans women are women. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think we're all just positioned here based on our political beliefs.
And that right there symbolizes the stupidity in today's society. Women know women are women. You're I'm sorry. It's not that I'm transphobic. It's literally I just know basic facts. You're born a woman. You're born a man. All this gender fluid, gender whatever crap is going on, no. Because at the end of the day, a trans woman cannot endure or bear the things that an actual biological woman has to. Nothing is the same. Everything on them is fake. It doesn't really carry anything over. They don't get to experience the pains of a woman. They are not as feminine as the women, actual born women are. Like makeup, if you take makeup away from a trans woman, what will that man look like? Just be honest with yourself. Take away all these beauty enhancements, hair, makeup, nails, heels, all this, and what are you left with? Do you still see a feminine face? But I'm going to let y'all live on that one.
And as for how we see the LGBTQ,
I mean, I think it's also split between, all the men are on that side and all the women are on this side. I know, being a woman, that there are certain things that we have to deal with as women that people who are not, biologically women don't have to deal with. I mean, we have to, deal with having our periods and go through that really awkward stage when we're 13, and people who are, trans women don't have to.
Now, I want you to view somebody. You see you already know he's, whatever. I don't know what word to say. I can't really say it because I don't want my, whatever. But him, the guy, him, right here, broken wrist. You see his face, right? This is the problem that a lot of people don't understand. He disagrees with a woman. You can't make this crap up.
You go through that.
Trans women live their entire lives as women. They don't turn it off. It's not something that they're turning off. And then to come up to them and say, oh, yeah, I see you're doing this, but you're not a woman. It's kind of insulting.
How do you live your life as a woman? Because every single time somebody says that, they name the most stereotypical things. It's like putting on a dress, putting on makeup. It's biological. I was born a woman. I can't be a man.
So
I can't be a man no matter how much I try. I can't be.
And it's just, chromosomes and that's it.
Are the differences just chromosomes, just having children? That's so hurtful and discriminatory against women.
The moment this Negro opened his mouth, stupidness followed. He just asked, is being a woman just biological? just biological? Are you serious, bro? Like, what are you saying to me right now? Like, you go ahead. These are the men.
Because femininity and
Shut up, Tevin.
womanhood is so much more than just, getting dressed up and putting on makeup and just the way I feel. It's who I am on a biological level.
Right, so for you, it is the ability to create life, and that's basically what makes you a woman.
What makes you a man? Or would you consider yourself a man? I probably should.
Yeah, I was born a man. I behave as a man. I carry
So
myself
what would I
in
have
society
to do to
as
be
a man.
a man like you?
This is why people shouldn't open their mouth and just talk foolishness. He literally disproved his point and then try to regain his footsteps by saying, I was born a man. The first words out of his mouth was, I was born a man, but he literally just said, is it really just biological and the fact that you can bear children? Now he's saying you have to act like a man.
So,
I wanna be a man now.
So we can both agree that our society has things that men generally do, things that women generally do, right? If you start to fall on one side of the spectrum versus the other side of the spectrum, then you're going to be treated as that gender.
I think it's a little obscure that we're looking at it as such a basic requirement, more so that, humans are much more evolved than any other animal, so why are we still using just the requirement of, well, if that person has a penis, he's a male, or that person has a vagina, they're a female?
Thinking like this, it's part of the reason. Listen, I'm not even going to watch the rest of it, but I'm going to make it really simple. Very simple. These answers that these men are giving has to be scripted. That's my only way I can fathom that these men are really saying that humans have evolved.
Me have couple, I'm a friend. A top scam a grab. No, the kid never done that. A top scam a grab card. What make you think we go sad?